Hi, it's Karma. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a crystal grid on healing. Now, I want you to know that it takes me about 2 days to prepare all of this. I work with the stones, I cleanse the stones, and so a great deal of healing energy goes into this. And I hope that the people that it's dedicated to, which I'll run under the bottom right now, feel all of the healing energy that I tried to put into it for them. So today we will be using both crystals and herbs, and then we'll be activating it in a way that you've probably never seen a crystal grid activated before. So stay tuned till the end to find out how we activate it, because I want to see comments on what you think about it. Enjoy the crystal grid and the prayer that goes along with it.
So the sacred geometry that I chose today is Metatron's cube. Now, Metatron was a figure in the Old Testament, and he was the angel that guarded the tree of life. Some think that he was even Enoch before Enoch was raised up. Now, this grid is meant to represent the journey of energy throughout the universe. It makes up all the platonic solids and 13 circles, and those 13 circles represent the 13 archangels, with Metatron's circle in the center. They're connected by straight lines to represent and from the feminine and masculine and to show us how intimately they're intertwined, showing the interconnection of all of the universe. It's a powerful symbol for protection against negative energy and dark influences. Now, I cleansed all the stones and the herbs and the grid cloth and everything during the last full moon for this grid. But I still want to burn a little Palo Santo. I think it just sets the stage for a nice cleansing. Now remember, you can use Palo Santo, you can use white sage. If you can't have smoke around, you can also use essential oils in a spray. I have a lovely spray with white sage and such. It has some stuff in it that I just love and is so good to cleanse. So just a moment to cleanse this grid and make it what we need. With this clear quartz crystal, please help it to utilize its powers as a master healer to amplify our energy by absorbing, storing, releasing, and regulating it. Help it to aid us in our memory and concentration, and to stimulate our immune system, to balance out our entire system. Help us to be associated with divinity and promote mental and physical peace. Please help this to enhance our spiritual connection and boost our natural intuition. Help it to balance our crown chakra and amplify all other stones that are on this crystal grid. Now we're going to use all of the chakra stones that I have, and each of these stones have different properties, and then they have the chakra symbol on them. So we're going to start with the root, and the root chakra is a red jasper stone. Please help us with this red jasper that symbolizes strength and courage to resist emotional domination of others. Help it ground us so that we feel connected and secure. Now, this stone is good for all kinds of different, even domestic abuse. And I know that some of that's going on right now with COVID and us all being locked in together, so I wanted to include it. Next, for the sacral, we have a carnelian. Carnelian helps to motivate and inspire us. So help this sacral chakra to be open. Have our reproduction and hormones be healed of imbalances. May our creative energies flow to solve any problems that we are facing. And with the solar, we have a yellow jade that brings peace and calm. Please help this yellow jade help us to have security and see our confidence grow in ways that we can't even imagine now. And with the heart chakra and Aventurine, for comfort and healing our heart, help us to open our heart to accept the difference of others. And with the throat chakra, a Lapiz, for protection, help protect us from harm so that we can be open, so that we can speak our truth with compassionate speech towards others. The third eye is a quartz crystal. Help us to enhance our intuition and to see what's best for our higher self. And last, the crown is an amethyst. Help us to find peace and tranquility by calming our mind of mental or emotional imbalances. Help to connect to our higher self and to our spiritual guides. And as you see, I'm putting that under the center stone so that the other 6 surround it. Now I decided to connect all of the chakra stones with just some clear quartz crystal points to amplify the stones that are in the chakra stones and to connect them through those lines of energy to the center clear crystal quartz and to the crown chakra amethyst that is under the central quartz crystal. And with this citrine, bring us joy, wonder, and enthusiasm in every part of our life. Help it to release negative traits from our life, like fear and apprehension, and in turn encourage warmth, motivation, clarity, and optimism. Also help it to increase our creativity and concentration so that we might be able to make the decisions necessary in our life to move forward in the highest way possible. And with this rose quartz, please help it to elevate our harmony. Help it to increase and harness our vibrations of the past, of the future, and to provide insight, mental clarity, awareness, and vision into our life. With this red jasper, we ask for courage and strength. We ask to be grounded so that we can feel connected and secure in our surroundings and in the things that we are wanting to accomplish. Help us to be strong and to know our worth. And with this picture, Jasper, help us feel a connection to the earth, a responsibility to nurture our planet and ourselves. Help us have a strong sense of self, to know who we are and where we're going. Help us to have success in our business pursuits and approach challenges with a clean, open mind. Also to stimulate our immune system so that we have the strength and vitality to face life's challenges. Now I'm super excited to be able to use these stones that I just got that came in. These are actual Tibetan quartz crystals that come from the Himalayan caves where the meditation masters in Tibet did meditation and still do, but have for many centuries. These stones are said to vibrationally give out the Om sound. Please help these to protect us and give us some purification, to expand our aura and our awareness, to help us connect to the wisdom of the Akashic record and the meditation masters that meditated in these Himalayan caves where these stones resided. And because I didn't have quite enough to go all the way around, I'm utilizing just some other clear quartz crystals to go in the other petals around the lotus. And they're just points like this. Now remember, you can always use quartz crystals anytime that you don't have enough stones. They will replace any stone and also amplify the other stones. Now you notice right there that we have 2 together because this actually has an odd number of petals. We've got 2 of the clear quartz crystals up there. Again, with these quartz crystals, help to amplify all of the things we've asked for in this grid. Now that we've gotten all of our crystals on the grid, we're going to start with our herbs. And first we're going to start with chamomile flowers. Chamomile is known for its anti-stress properties. So as we place this herb on our grid, please help us to be alleviated from any stress that we might be feeling. Help us to find happiness, to be healed from all physical, emotional, or other ailments that we might be facing at this time. Help us to feel love from all those around us, including the animals and plants that are around. Please help us to have enough money to meet our needs, that we may have the peace and the success that we so desire right now. And with this sage that we use next, please help it to cleanse anything that needs to be shifted and be out of our thoughts or our actions to help us to move forward. Help us to be purified and to have the divination necessary to move forward in our highest self. Give us the knowledge to find the peace that we are looking for and the healing aspects for mind, body, and soul to be strong and to heal us completely. With this time, help us to connect with our psychic power, to find courage and clarity, to harness affection for ourselves, others, and the nature that's around us. Again, please help us to not only find ways to be motivated to heal ourselves, but also to take part in healing those around us in any way that we might be of service. And of course, let's finish it off with one of my favorites, cinnamon. With this cinnamon, I place in the four corners. Please help it to bring speed to the things we've asked for in this grid. Give us home protection. Help us find love. Help us to have the money that we need and to bring us success. But mostly help us to be in our highest spiritual nature so that we can find the victory over the things that are troubling us. Now, before we energize or activate this grid, let's just take a moment together and silently look at it and think of all the things that we've asked and all of the properties of the stones. Feel their energy and the work that they're wanting to do for us. If you've made it this far, you get to hear the surprise of how we're activating this grid. Now, these are two different Accutonics tuning forks that we use in sound sessions. This is the first one. It's actually an on-body fork, and when you hit it, you can see the stem goes on to acupoints or places on the person's body, and the vibration goes down through their body to affect the healing nature of sound. But we also have one that's an off-body that has sound that doesn't drive the sound down into the body, but held the sound out into the atmosphere. So this is the off-body tuning fork we're going to use to activate it today. Now, the fork that I chose is the Centurion fork, and it actually is a planet that's known for healing. And so that's why I chose the fork that I chose. Maybe I'll do a video later on these forks, especially these planetary ones that are so amazing. Now you are going to hear a volume change because I'm going to go back to the sound on the original video so that hopefully you can hear the sound of the tuning fork as we're activating. And then afterwards, I'll actually put it up to the camera and we'll take a moment of silence so that you can just listen to the sound bath and let it all sink in.
So let's see if we can hear it.
Sorry about that little clang in there. I'm not as good as I thought at hitting them so that they are nice and clear and have the sound. But I wanted to ask you, what did you think of that activation method? Did that sound resonate with you? Comment below and let me know what you think, and let me know if you want another video on the tuning fork.
I hope this crystal grid brings you a great deal of healing, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in all ways that you have need. If you enjoyed this crystal grid, I'll link above the playlist for our other crystal grids that we've done. Please make sure and remember to comment below so that we get you added to our dedication group. Our family's growing. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, karma's your friend.